What is paraconsistent logic? Welcome to our fantastical journey through the curious realm of paraconsistent logic. Imagine a world where contradictions aren't the villains but celebrated guests at the logic parade. Intrigue? Number 7. The grand entrance. What is paraconsistent logic? Stepping into this new world, we ask the fundamental question: what is paraconsistent logic? We cracked open the door to understand it as a non-classical logic system that thrives on handling contradictory information without exploding into chaos. Unlike classical logic, which demands strict consistency, paraconsistent logic is more like a circus performer, balancing contradictions with daring acrobatics. Number 6. Discovering the secrets of contradiction. This is where we rolled up our sleeves and delved into the heart of the matter: contradiction. We uncovered how paraconsistent logic treats contradictions not as errors to be shunned but as opportunities to explore deeper truths. Like treasure hunters, we learn to see contradictions as maps leading us to hidden wisdom. Imagine debating an all-knowing sage who says, "Every contradiction hides knowledge, dare to unravel it." Number 5. The many faces of paraconsistent logic. Taking a scenic route through the landscape of paraconsistent logic, we discovered its many variations. From Brazilian jiu-jitsu logic, seriously, Brazil is a hotspot for paraconsistent research, to dialetheism, each face of paraconsistent logic has its unique flair. Whether it's dealing with paradoxes in mathematics or entangling legal logic knots, paraconsistent logic proves it's no one-trick pony. Number 4. Redefining consistency. We explored how paraconsistent logic redefines consistency not as the absence of contradiction but as a more flexible, forgiving framework. Here, consistency is like a reliable friend who doesn't mind if you occasionally contradict yourself, understanding that there's a coherent underlying structure that can accommodate disagreements. Number 3. The Grand Revolution, from classical to paraconsistent. Once upon a time, in the land of logic, all was harmonious under the rule of classical logic. Yet, revolution was in the air. Paraconsistent logic stormed in, waving the banner of change. It challenged the tyrannical law of non-contradiction, crying out for a new era where contradictions live freely among us. This monumental shift was more than just a trend, it was a logical renaissance. Number 2. Accessing the multiverse of truth. Before the grand finale, we wizened up to the mind-blowing idea that truth isn't a one-size-fits-all. In the universe of paraconsistent logic, multiple truths can coexist without trying to annihilate each other. It's like an interdimensional cocktail party where everyone from every possible reality gets along just fine. A truth in paraconsistent logic isn't monolithic, it's a kaleidoscope, dazzling and diverse. Number 1. Embracing the paradoxes. Let's drop the bombshell. Paraconsistent logic isn't afraid of paradoxes. Nope, it lovingly embraces them, like a warm, fuzzy logic blanket. Imagine a logic system saying, "Hey, contradictions? Bring 'em on!" Instead of collapsing in confusion, paraconsistent logic uses contradictions as stepping stones. It doesn't fall apart, it dances forward, making sense out of seeming nonsense. Ah, dear logical explorers, our journey through the dazzling terrain of paraconsistent logic draws to a close. We've laughed in the face of contradictions, marveled at multiple truths, and become comrades with consistency's new form. So, the next time someone scoffs at a paradox, you'll smile knowingly, ready to introduce them to the paradox-welcoming world of paraconsistent logic. Until the next logical adventure, keep those minds open and ever curious.